your question is.
So my question was, since we were not able to, I believe the equity report that you developed is still being reviewed by the staff, and I'm sad that we weren't able to see it before we got to vote. I would very much love to hear your take. I know that you did lead the staff through a process to do an equity analysis on several of the scenarios that affected the academic programming, but what I'm more curious about is your take on the equity of the closures.
So first of all, let me say good evening. And I do want to express gratitude for being in this district at this point in time in history. I'm also very excited to belong to a district that has made a commitment to anti-racism. I'm very proud of each and every board member who participated in the training, just an introduction training. You just put a toe in the water and you came to an understanding of what anti-racism was. You came to an understanding that you're either racist or anti-racist, and there's no in between. And so I'm very excited about that. I'm very proud of my team of folks, Dr. Cruz's team. Over 50 administrators were introduced to what it means to be anti-racist and to disrupt a long history in the district. So I want to preface that. I'm very proud, very excited. The map that you have of the closures is a map of what 21st century racism looks like. We did not deliberately do that, but we didn't disrupt history. Our process for selecting schools was flawed. It was inequitable. I can't find any documentation of how those selections were made, and I talked to all our staff. I can't find any documentation. And I looked, and in order to produce the report that our staff is reviewing, and I want to say our staff are amazing. Our staff members are amazing folks. But nobody could give me the paper. So I'm an old teacher, and I need to see your work. I didn't see the work. I didn't see it. So I don't know how those schools were selected. People have told me different things at different times. I got here August 1st. I've heard different stories. I've seen different data, and I've done my best. And Dr. Cruz can tell you, we talked today, and I've asked, based on things that I'm seeing in the district, that we bring in national consultants to do an equity audit. We desperately need an equity audit on our facilities, our finances, our academics, because our data are screaming that we may be well-meaning, but we're doing damage. And so as you say about closures and consolidations, right now we have a perfect map of what well-meaning racism looks like. And I really believe that we can do better. And I really believe that more intensive training, I believe more contact with the communities that we're disrupting, because the process did not start with the most vulnerable children. It didn't start with the social emotion. I spoke with a black woman the other day, and she said, Dr. Harley, we don't come to your meetings. She said, because you all believe that the black and brown dirt that the schools are on are more valuable than the black and brown children in the school. And that's from a black parent in this district. So I say all this to say that we had a very flawed, not transparent process. It was not transparent, it was opaque, and I don't think anybody got out of bed and deliberately, viciously did this, but the damage and the impact is the same. And we have seen the past in the district. The children have spoken to us, the parents have spoken to us, the researchers have spoken to us, the future has spoken to us. Dusty Harshman gave us a picture of what the public school desert is going to look like for black and brown children. So the past, the present, and the future has spoken to us, and we're still producing the same plan. So I don't know. I don't know. And here's the thing I do believe. I believe that all of our leaders are smart enough to spend more time with our community and really co-create, because we all admit we didn't really co-create with you. We really did not co-create with you, and we have the ability to do that. And I think we have the ability to bring humanity to this process. I've sat with crying abuelas. I've sat with crying children. We're having a disproportionate impact on children placed in special education. And my hope, and you ask me, these are my impressions. My hope is that we will demonstrate the humility to take a step back, because we know that this is forever work that you're voting on tonight. East Austin will never be the same. It will never be the same.
Trustee Sam, have you